Hello folks, only me. Right, so I've got another bike on the stand here and it's not a moped, so it shouldn't really be on my channel, but I bought 3 bikes last month and 2 of them were mopeds and one of them was this. Bought them from the same chap and for quite a good deal. So without further ado, I shall show you what this is. The big unveiling. It's a Suzuki. It's one that I had a video of around about Christmas time, and I said I wouldn't be buying it because I'm not allowed. But wow, things have changed and now I am allowed. So I have been doing a little bit of work on it. It's a bit of blanket on the switch there. So yeah, it's got the a different seat on it. It's an aftermarket seat, which personally I don't like, but it's the only seat with it at the moment. And it wasn't fitted very well. It wasn't up against the tank. There's a big gap here, and it looked awful. So I've been working on it, and there's a fiberglass base, and I've ground some of it away so it moves forward because it's hitting on the tank. And there's a bracket underneath there, and that was making the seat sit too high. So I've dropped the bracket, and it's all right now. So it would do until I can find a proper seat for it. I'd prefer the flat seat, and I think this has still got some value. So I'll be able to get a bit of money back on it. What was the other thing? The other thing was, this is a different tank. It came with the bike, but it's been nicely painted. It's got a few little chips on it. It hasn't been used, but it's been, you know, hanging around people's garages and what have you. So I've swapped the barge over on this side, and on the other side, the holes. There's 3mm screws, but the holes were bigger than 3mm. So what I've done is I've pushed some metal set into there. That plastic metal stuff you mix up in your hand, and I've pushed it into the holes. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to drill and tap them out and use the same M3 holes. I don't really want to go bigger because I could probably tap out the steel to something bigger, maybe even an English thread. But I'll try see how I get on with that. Swap the little cap over, and I've swapped the tap over. I've actually ordered a new one. This one has got evidence it's been played with. It's got RTV hanging out of it, and so I've ordered a new one that still runs off the vacuum. So that's it. Now I had it running, not very well, because I just had a bit of fuel down these pipes, but it did fire up, and then it was oiling the plugs up. But what I did is I put premix in it, in the pipe down here, because I wasn't sure whether the 2-stroke pump was working or not. I didn't want to bugger anything up, but I think it had too much oil in it. It kept oiling them up. So but when I cleaned the plugs and put them back in, it was firing on both cylinders. So I've since bought some new spark plugs, and I've got to get these carbs off, give them a good old strip, cleaning all the jets out, see what jets are in there. I don't know how she was running before. Somebody had put these awful things on there, which is a shame. And to do that, you've got to have, apparently, I didn't know this until I've been finding out, you've got to have the proper box on it to set these carbs up, otherwise you can be playing around with them all day and they won't run properly. And with these 2 things on, I've looked them up on Amazon. They're for like pit bikes and things. They cost about £14 each, so it's a bit of an insult on an old bike like this. But with this side, you can't even run the cover for the oil pump because you know that was taken off, but that's back on there now. So I've got, one of the problems was, and it is a problem with getting these rubber boots on, because it gets really old and hard, and they shrink a bit, and you just can't get them on the carbs. People say you can heat them up with an air gun or hot water, and then one chap on a Facebook page, I forget his name now, but he said get boiling water on it and then put some oversized, he was using plastic pipes in there, but basically you've got a pipe or something the same diameter as the carb, and I think that's 43 mil, what I have done here, and it works, I've just put these back in to show you. I had a socket, an old Whitworth socket, and a bit of old metal, which is they're both around about 43mm, and got that nice and hot with boiling water because they just wouldn't go in there. Pushed them in, and now this little lovely goes on beautifully. So I've got to buy some clamps. I've been advised not to use Jubilee clamps because you can squash the carbs. So it's got to be the proper ones, like, I don't know if you can see them down there. I'll take you out of the stand in a minute. So yeah, I've got the airbox here. It's got a new filter in it, already in there, and that'll be sitting up there. So I'll be sorting that out. Let's take out the stand. Get a bit closer. I wasn't going to do a video of this, but some chap I've been talking to who's got one of these and he's been helping me out has said, yeah, do a video. So it's got the wrong mudguard on it, apparently. It should have a stay. It should have a stay from there to there. And some of them even have a stay up here. Because I didn't realise there were so many models of this. But this is a GT250A. So it's got the extra crank bearing on it, apparently. And you can tell that's what it is from the frame number. I've got a bit of I think it's got a bit of a history to it. People have been taking it apart and putting different bits on. So that's not the original mudguard. It's all right, it would do for me. I've seen other GTs on the internet with that mudguard on. The back one, I don't know what it came off. It's a right tatty old thing. It's got some homemade brackets on it, but it'll do for now. Now the back light on it was this one, which is completely wrong. Now that's a Hustler one, apparently, an early 250. And I'm thinking that might well be the bracket. I don't know, it's been drilled out. But I bought a rather nice one, complete with the reflectors. Although I've swapped the reflectors. The guy put some new ones on there, but these are the ones that are on there because they're Stanley ones. I think it's Stanley. Yeah, Stanley ones, proper Japanese ones. So the ones that the guy put on, the new ones, are in here. They're just like Chinese copies. So that's looking a lot better with that light on it, called a dog bone light. What else is there to say? You know, she's no show pony, but you know me, I don't mind that. It's probably, whether this is original paint or whether it's been painted by hand, I don't know. But I know the chain's quite slack. It's a bit floppy, and it's quite a way back on the adjustment, so I may just have to. The sprockets don't look too bad. At least that rear one. I may just buy a new chain for it, and you'd be surprised how much these chains wear, and that'll come back, and you get a nice tension on the chain there. It was blowing quite badly out the exhaust, but all I've just done is tighten them up. Now there are some little locking devices here, and I shall I'll be looking at those. They may need to come off and be tweaked and then put back on so they actually hold on these little knurls. So that's it really. That's a little video. Keep me on, mate, online happy. Kevin. Yeah, it's nice. I love it. Can't really believe it's in my garage. I've got to convince her now that I'll be safe on it once it's up and running. But yeah, I'll be doing a few more videos of this probably now I've started. And yeah, hope you like it. So until we're back again, bye for now.